now or the past, the future. But the point is, you're not getting away with nothing. You're not getting away with nothing that you do in life. Somebody's watching. Somebody's watching. If it's not a human, it's the Most High God. And that's who we should all be worried about. I mean, that's what I worry about. A lot of things that I could do and could have done more and this and that. But I've always had that. Feel like if it's not there to help me or help someone else, and as far as helping someone else, I mean, that's how we should be living. We should be living to help other people. I was very angry at people. I'm not gonna lie. When I was 18, I found out that my father was my real father. I was ready to kill everybody. I ain't gonna lie. I'm being straight up. Sometimes people need to hear what these older people be going through, because sometimes the older people a lot of these older people, I feel like they can't speak the truth to help youngsters, to help young people, because they've done a lot of stuff that that they really can't talk about, and it can incriminate them, and then it might be a little secret thing between them and that person, and they just don't want to talk about it, and they don't want to ever, reveal it for whatever reason, for embarrassment, or for whatever. That's probably the biggest thing, the embarrassment. But the thing about how I live, I mean, I've always lived with that kind of to myself, and whatever I do, or with someone, or whatever, it's real. I mean, it's like straight up, I don't have no hidden agenda to try to, use this and use that. I never lived like that. And the reason why I never lived like that, I feel, relating with people, is simply because, I mean, my parents told me what they told me, and so I had to think back all the years of the stuff that went down, like, wow, that's this, that, this, that, So that made me feel like, wow, I'm gonna have to do something about that, So my first reaction was to find out, actually try to do what I wanted to do, but not do it in a way of hurting myself, 'cause I wanted to be able to live. I wanted to be able to live a life to show people that, you can make it through anything. I wanted to live a life where people can see and say, if he can do it, I can do it. Because I feel like he went through this, he went through that, or whatever. I feel like if he can do it, then I can do it. I have no excuse. But then, like I said, sometimes I have to be selfish because people need help when you're doing these things. People need direction. But how can you give direction when you're trying to go through it yourself? You're trying to go through whatever you're trying to go through. And then you're going through this, you're going through that, and you kind of like, sometimes you regret the things that you've done. You regret how you've done them. So you just leave things just the way it is. You don't resolve it. You don't even admit it. You just let it go. You can't forget it, but you try to erase it from existence. But it's gonna always come up, either by somebody else or by curiosity or by whatever. That's why a lot of times people need to understand that it's really a cold game, you know. Basically, it always will be a cold game. Not because it has to be a cold game, only because people want it to be a cold game. Cold it's market. It's all about money. Listen, I watched a newscaster yesterday. The lady was actually she. This lady acted like she was upset. I'm like, you acting like you're so down because nobody died or nobody got hurt. If somebody would have died and got hurt, you'd have been all in the camera, you know, shaking your behind or something, you know. But because somebody died, you just made it sound so condescending, like she didn't have to, you know, like she didn't want to say it. You know, like that's the kind of world we live in. We live in a world where people have this spirit of this. Oh man, this cold-hearted spirit, and people have said to me that I can be cold-hearted. Yeah. I guess we all can be cold-hearted at times. Because that cold-hearted isn't really you personally. It's just a spirit. It's a spirit that comes that you feel like you should just. And maybe that spirit can do some good. Maybe even this spirit does some good to let people know that this do exist. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, I'm just guessing. I'm just trying to figure out why is all this stuff being put out when there's more stuff to be put out, you know, that should be more beneficial to people. I remember when I was I was playing NWA when I first began this segment that I'm doing, and I had the CD already in the player. I didn't even turn my DJ stuff in for so long, so I was thinking about NWA because when I went to New York in '97, that was about 3 or 4 months after I met Donald Trump. And well, I didn't meet him personally as far as him speak to me, but he heard what I said and he walked off. But he did hear what I said, and it did take my personality to become president, like I said many times before. But after that incident, you know, I went and drove to New York to start this, you know, fighting process on the East Coast. Because I get more fights there. Like I told you before, I get more fights on the East Coast. That's why I went out there. So I've always wanted to go to New York because I've always been fascinated by New York type of people. You know, they had a type of style that I like. Even watching, you know, movies on TV, or for some reason New York was like us. You know, the spot that I wanted to check out. So I drove in my white Thunderbird. The repo man was the repo man was on my ass. I said, well, I might as well take me a trip since the repo man is on me. I might as well go and take this trip now. So I went, drove out there, drove to Florida first, saw somebody in Florida first, you know, had to give that a resolution. But then I drove to New York, and when I went to New York, the first place I had to find was a gym, a boxing gym. So I found this gym, and I asked the owner of the gym, you know, what I wanted to do. So he got me fights, you know. And it's funny because when I walked into this club, every time I go into this club, they always play this song by Ice Cube called No Vaseline. They play it all the time, every time I'm there, they play it. I'm thinking, why do you keep playing Ice Cube? Oh no, that's the only West Coast song they ever played was No Vaseline. And I've always been kind of, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm slow. I'm gonna say I just don't know. I just feel like if you gotta go through all these these charades of BS. And you know, it must not be that important. You know, it must be something that's, you know. But sometimes it can be important. It can be serious. People will still, you know, mess with you and, you know, F with your head, you know. But what it was, the guy who gave me these fights was a Jewish guy. Just like the guy from NWA, the one that passed away, he was supposed to be Jewish. And so they thought he was in New York. They thought that the guy was taking advantage of me in my fights, because he was putting me up against you know fighters, and to me they were tough. But I mean, I asked him. It's not like he asked me. So people just take a situation and assume something. You don't know what that person. Listen. What I wanted to do. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. I never told nobody this, but I wanted to die in the ring. I wanted to fight. I wanted someone to kill me in the ring. I wanted to go through my boxing process, but I wanted to die in the ring. But something would happen in the ring where something would happen where they couldn't really do that, because the Messiah is always watching, taking care of his believers. That's the thing about believing in something, that you'll always be taken care of if you believe it strongly. Especially when you believe that what you believe in is just totally true. So it would never come up because I'm still here, right? But it could be anything. Somebody piss me off. Somebody might, just do any small little thing. I might have been looking for an excuse. Sometimes we look for excuses not to do something. It might have been that. But whatever the case may be, it didn't happen. But people think. You never know what kind of thoughts people have. If you're not careful of how you treat people. That's why I kind of stay away from a lot of people, because a lot of people try to bring me back to what I hate so much, and when people try to do this BS stuff, which is cool. I mean, I'm more experienced now to deal with it now. I end up being the person to put it back on them, and they get mad. Well, first of all, nigga, you started all this. Why you mad at me for me giving you back the taste of your own medicine that you started on me? I didn't start this, you started. If you would have started this, we could have just been taking this energy on something more creative and more, uplifting for us. But you want to come with me with all this, because you heard this or heard that, come on. That's not how you should treat people. If you heard something about somebody and you want to treat them a certain way because of it, then you just an idiot. I don't know why you even do that. Why would you just ask the person or find out the truth? But then you have to snitch and find out who told you, and then that might cause problems. That's the thing about it. That's what I want people to understand. I can't talk about somebody else, how they might feel in it, but I feel like, don't worry about all that. Just come to me. Ask me about it. I don't mind telling you. I don't mind telling you the truth about it, and I don't mind discussing the truth with the person that might have told you. Because really, it can't be that bad. I don't think I've ever done nothing deliberately so bad to somebody where it can't be talked about and fixed or whatever. If anything, you should be sitting there trying to wonder if I'm mad at you for what you did to me. And I probably wouldn't even care. I probably would say, you probably helped me out. You probably saved me from something. Because there's a reason for everything. But all this lying stuff is not a good reason. All this, people are dying like that. People have died from you letting stuff go and not resolving stuff. If you know something's going to happen, you should stop it. You shouldn't let it go, especially if you know it's going to happen. That's what I feel. People are just sitting there letting things go, letting propaganda just exist instead of squashing it. You know, some people have integrity, you know, but most people don't.